only. We wait all year to cook here in our studios, and as a newest member of the HSN family, I'm thrilled to be here. And we're also talking about celebrity chefs, some of your favorite products, and some national brands that you cannot find anywhere else. We're talking DeLonghi. For over 100 years, they have brought you the very best in quality, and we're gonna give you authentic Italian espresso, cappuccino, your lattes, your frappes, your mochachinos, frappe, cocoa, mocha, cuckoo, caca lattes, whatever. I mean, there's like so many like random names, but we love our fancy coffee drinks, right? and they're expensive. Why not get that Italian classic authentic espresso taste at home? And now you can for only $239.95. It's beautiful to look at, and the coffee is even better to taste. We have free shipping. We have 5 flex payments. This is the launch, the premiere here on HSN. And right now, this is the only planned airing of the event because they're so limited. So I will tell you right off the bat, we have fewer than 400 of these. And we have 3 colors. The red, we have fewer than, how many of those? We have fewer than 100 to go around in the red. Just want to give you that quick heads up. And we also have it for you in what we're calling stainless steel and black. It's a very small footprint. If you have 6 inches on your counter, you have room for one of the best espresso machines you can find anywhere. And Kelly Dieterin is here.
I'm so excited too. It's not just because I've had 3 espressos already. No.
Are you gonna make the best coffee ever?
With the press of a single button, you guys. So this will froth your milk. This will do your espresso. This will do your tea. This will do your regular cup of joe, your regular cup of coffee. Look at how high-end, how sophisticated this is. We've frothed our milk already, and I'm gonna show you how to do that in a minute. We've loaded our portafilter. And I'm gonna press that single shot button. So I wanna do a single shot, but I have the choice between a single shot, a double shot, and then I have my steam button. You can't mess this machine up. It's the easiest espresso machine I've ever seen. And if you calculate the money that you spend on a $6 or $7 or $8 cup of coffee, you will pay for this in about 30 days. Now that's however much coffee you drink and what size you buy, okay? It's obviously gonna differ. But for me personally, I pay for this machine in 30 days and my espresso tastes 1000% better than it does at the coffee shops. And I know what I'm putting in it, and I can change up the flavors at any point. Here is just a beautiful cappuccino, and look at the crema that you get on the espresso, and then look at the foam, you guys. You don't even get that type of foam at the high-end coffee shop, my friends. Check that out. This is DeLonghi. We have flow stop technology, we have thermal block technology. I'm gonna talk about those both of those technologies without getting too fancy, but now you can sweeten your coffee with whatever. I happen to like stevia as a sweetener. I can't get stevia as a sweetener at any of my favorite coffee shops. They just don't offer it. So now I can make my cappuccino in seconds. From a cold machine to a brewed cup of espresso is about 60 seconds. From a cold machine to a brewed, so rather than getting on my clothes, standing in line, getting my keys out, driving to the coffee shop, having to look cute, you know, waiting in line or waiting in the drive-thru, spending $6, $8 a single day on a single cup of coffee, this now costs me pennies to make my own. And most people don't even realize that 99.9% of coffee drinks, specialty coffee drinks, start with espresso. You have to have a single or a double shot of espresso. Now I'm gonna show you how to do traditional American coffee, like a cup of joe.
And this is like high-end restaurant quality.
Oh, I mean, this
machine, I actually worked at one of those fancy Italian dessert bars in New York City when I first moved there. And let me tell you, I hated it when people ordered espressos and cappuccinos because they were usually a hassle to make because of the 3-step process. But I loved making sure they were on the menu because they added a lot of money to that check.
Yes, ma'am, they do.
It all adds up to great tips. But to have this type of quality, which is usually tricky to get unless you have a professional grade machine. If you love your biscottis, if you love your donuts in the morning, and you want your coffee, if you're a coffee snob, and it's okay.
It's okay.
My husband's one of those.
My husband is too. He grew up in Italy. He's the best coffee snob. He's the best kind of coffee snob because he grew up in Italy.
DeLonghi is an Italian brand, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. All right, you guys. So you're getting the portafilter. It's the easiest to use espresso maker I've ever met. And that's the one thing about espresso makers is that most people find them difficult to use. This one isn't. You get your portafilter. You can do a single or a double shot. That means a single or a double scoop of your espresso. Take your tamper, which comes included, and just give it a little press, okay? That's all you have to do. and I loaded my my water prematurely. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take that and insert it and give it a little twist. That's it, you're done, okay? So now we're making a cafe Americano, which is basically just water and espresso. Okay, that's an American cup of coffee. The Europeans like their coffee stronger. Okay, in America, we like to put water with our espresso, so that's what we're doing here. If you love a regular cup of coffee, this is how you do it. You do about a half a cup of the hot water. By the way, this delivers instant hot water, so I just filled my cup with about a half a cup, and then I'm gonna do a double shot of my espresso. You can see right here, all I do is press the button. So if you can manage to load your portafilter, give it a little turn, and press it in, you're done. It's the easiest to use. You know, many people think, well, it's an espresso machine. It's probably $2,000 and really hard to use.
Be a barista?
Do I have to be
whatever those?
This is what I'm saying.
Do I have to go to coffee college?
Look at that
to make
shot,
this?
you guys. You can see the oils, the natural crema comes out because you have this sophisticated technology. It's called thermal block. And on the inside of this machine, without getting too sciencey, because I hate to get too sciencey, the coils heat up instantly. This is a high pressure delivery system. That's why they call it pump espresso, or pump system. American coffee is just a drip coffee system. It's fed by gravity. You get a much better tasting espresso or coffee when you do it this way than when you do it with a regular cup or a regular coffee maker.
You're going to get the best coffee.
Look at that coffee, you guys.
Ever. And look at the quality. You get a choice of the single or the double shot. Again, you can also do the frothy foam.
Oh yeah, I'm
going to
do that here in a minute.
Milk. If you love cappuccinos,
a little bit of sugar.
If you ever order those at retail, how many times have you sent them back because they didn't turn out the way you wanted, or they were the milk didn't have that froth to it? It didn't look Instagram worthy. I mean, these are so pretty. You want to take pictures of them.
They taste as good. I mean,
so all you need is your own coffee.
That's your own espresso ground. So if you buy, I buy it already ground. So it's just like traditional coffee, but it's ground very fine. You can find it in the grocery store. You can grind your own. If you're a coffee snob, you're grinding your own. Check out this. This is a cup warmer built into this machine. DeLonghi has the market cornered. And by the way, most of their espresso machines are about $2,000, $3,000. They're the machines that are in the coffee shops. Now you can have the exact same technology in your home, my friends. So if you're sick and tired of standing in line and paying $6, $7, $8, you can even warm your cups. Some people like a very hot cup of coffee.
That's
fantastic. By the way, you can also program how hot you want your coffee. So if somebody likes it really hot, somebody doesn't like it hot, you have the choice there of that as well. So you can program all of those items. You can't do that at the coffee shop, am I right? All right, so we have just our little espresso glasses. A lot of us already own those. They're the little shot glass. It's about 1 ounce pour. And then I'm doing the double shot. So I'm just gonna choose the double. It's 2 cups. So you either choose 1 cup or 2 cups. I hit that 2 cup button and I'm gonna get a double shot of espresso, you guys. But it's not just going to be a double shot of espresso. It's gonna taste better than the expensive coffee shop. And I'm not kidding you when I say that. I spend $6, $7, $8, and you know which coffee store I'm talking about. Right. You go through the drive-thru and you're disappointed because the cup of coffee you can make at home tastes better, but somehow you're on the run. From a cold machine, my friends, it heats up in 30 seconds, and your espresso is brewed in another 30 seconds.
You're not waiting in line. You're not parking your car. You know, I've taken my husband to that coffee shop many times.
Yes.
Because that's his thing.
That's his thing.
I've seen people wait in line in the drive-thru for more than 25 minutes.
There is actually one of those coffee stores.
I can't believe how long they wait in line in a drive-thru for coffee that you could make at home. But they never heard about the DeLonghi Italian authentic espresso maker.
Basically, you know, a full professional barista coffee espresso maker in your home. Look at the crema. So the crema is the CO2 which brings out the natural proteins and natural oils of the coffee. You don't get that even in a sophisticated coffee shop. And if you do, you never see it. You have absolutely no idea what you're getting because they hand you a drink and you can't see into it. Now, I love just taking a shot of espresso.
Sure.
What a beautiful thing to offer your dinner guests as an after dinner drink or right in the very first thing in the morning when you need that shot of energy. But if you think outside the glass, have fun with your espresso. You can bake with espresso. Look what we're gonna do. We're gonna take our shot and pour it over vanilla ice cream.
Ooh.
And then we're gonna give
we're talking.
Some whipped cream. This is called an affogato. It's a beautiful dessert. It's espresso, vanilla ice cream, and a little bit of whipped cream, my friends.
Wow.
Now you can use it for that purpose. I'm gonna leave that right there for you to drool over.
And let me give everyone a quick heads up because this is our only planned airing of the day. This is the only planned airing. They're so limited. We have about 350 of these to go around, and once they're gone, they're gone. We have the best price anywhere, which I'm also so thrilled to share with you. So if you were to find this out there at retail, expect to spend more. So we've got one of the best prices anywhere. We have monthly payments, less than $48 a month. So you can put that on your major credit card and do this for yourself. If this is your thing, if this is how you treat yourself, if this is what you need to get going in the morning, if you work from home, or if you're tired of standing in line or parking or waiting or going through a drive-through, get the best coffee quality possible and get it at home for a fraction of the price. We're also going to deliver this with free shipping and handling. So that means at absolutely no risk to you, get it home and then try it out. Make that first cup of espresso. And if it isn't everything that we say it is, from one of the highest, most prestigious brands when it comes to coffee makers, and one of our most affordable items. I want to give you another update. We have now fewer than 100, fewer than 90 in the red. So if you're even thinking about the red, you want it to match your decor.
So pretty.
And I love that this doesn't take up a lot of room.
It's about 6 inches of space with the thermal black technology, which means instant heat. Plus we have our flow stop technology, which means that this will actually stop brewing your espresso at the perfect time. With other espresso makers, even the $500–600 ones, you have to stop it manually, which means I have to know when my espresso is done. This has it built in. By the way, you can program your temperature. So if somebody likes it really hot, somebody likes it a little cooler, you can program your temperature. And this might be getting a little too crazy for you. If you're a real espresso snob, you can program your water hardness. You don't have to, I haven't done that. But if you know you have specifically hard water, soft water, you can program it so that it tastes like it is that type of sophistication. It is a $3,000 professional barista machine in your home, taking up 6 inches of counter space. Get rid of that clunky, ugly, you know, I call it a clunky, ugly coffee maker. I'm always asking my husband, can I please throw away that coffee maker now? I hate everything about it. The glass pitcher. It's not attractive.
It's always like, you know, a big mess. There's puddles of coffee everywhere, coffee grounds all over. 100 left if you do want the stainless steel version. Only show of the day. 100 remaining in the black. So once these are gone, I can't even guess if they're going to come back into stock. So if you've got 6 inches of counter space, then you definitely have room to have the best coffee. I mean, wouldn't this be the most amazing thing to think about when you're waking up first thing in the morning?
I can tell you right now, and I was never that big of a...
You're probably waking up right now saying, I wish I had one of those.
It's so true.
Frothy, foamy, steamy cappuccinos right in front of me.
So I'm doing my frothed milk. You can see that started as about just 2 fingers full of cold, you know, 2% milk. You can do whole milk. I happen to like coconut milk, you guys. I froth my own coconut milk. Now you tell me a restaurant or a coffee place that will allow you to have a coconut milk with your cappuccino.
Or if you need soy,
doesn't happen.
Or if you need special ingredients, or if you want to make sure it's decaf. I know, you know, sometimes you ask for decaf, you don't get decaf, and you don't get sleep that night. So you can have it your way. You can have your milk, your sugars, your sweeteners, and as much milk or as foam as you want.
Yes, as much milk, as much foam. What I'm showing you is actually it takes a lot more heat to create foam or to create that, you know, froth than it does to make an espresso. So when you make your foam first, all you do is clear that line, which actually cools the boiler. That's how sophisticated this technology. It knows that it's too hot to make espresso, so you have to clear that line. That's all I did right there. And then I'm gonna make just a latte, which is just steamed milk, so I'm not gonna use all the froth right away. So there's my steamed milk, my friends.
Could you just make steamed milk if you love,
you could just do steamed milk if you just like warm milk.
Almond flavored steamed milk, or you could just put a, you know, a little bit of flavoring in there.
Now, you can always choose from a single shot or a double shot. And by the way, it's worth mentioning, you can use the espresso pods. Okay, so if you're somebody that purchases the espresso pods, you love the espresso pods, you have a certain brand you love, you can absolutely use that. There is a filter that comes included for your pods. There's a single filter and a double filter. You can see this is the single, I have the double on the inside. It's a portafilter. All you do is snap it into place. You load it in, you snap it into place, you froth your milk before or after, totally up to you. They always do it before at the coffee shops. If you want to get fancy, go for it. That's what I just roasted, and then in about 30 seconds, you're done brewing. So in the time it would take you to pull on a pair of sweatpants, find your car keys, and drive yourself to the coffee shop and give them $7 for the same thing you're spending about 50 cents on, be my guest, my friends. If you want to keep throwing away your money, I'm happy for you to do that. But what I really want you to do is try this, because now you won't even go to the coffee shop any longer.
And if you wanted to,
how gorgeous that is.
You can just enjoy looking at it. You can take a picture of it, or you could pour it in one of your like to-go coffee mugs. You know, if you have a long commute, instead of spending an extra 10 or 20 or even 30 minutes to go out of your way to get that cup of coffee. And you know what that feeling is. I dread pulling up to one of those coffee places and seeing the line, because I know I'm going to be waiting.
Yep.
And waiting.
It's
and
true, though.
Then I know my husband has to like stir and swirl his, you know,
and
everyone
he asks
has their own little
does he ask for like a 5-minute long drink?
It's something that takes forever, and they don't even know how to make it half the time. So you can have it your way every morning. By the way, we have fewer than 300. We have fewer than 300. The red and the stainless steel will be the first to sell out. We also have the black. If you have an office that you need to, you know, take care of everybody at the office.
You will be the talk of the office.
Happy employees. Now you want to help them over that sort of, you know, mid-afternoon, you know, slump where, you know, everybody's looking for that cup of coffee, that little cup of joe in the afternoon. The best authentic, this is Italian-made company. This is DeLonghi. This is prestige.
Yeah, think of it, DeLonghi. Look up their espresso machines. Many of them are $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Those are the types that are in your coffee shops. Do me a favor. Break up with your barista, my friends. You don't need her or him any longer. Break up with them. Take your money back. Put it in your little pocket. Save it for a rainy day. Whatever you want to do with that $6 every day or every other day or every third day. However often you are doing coffee, you now can do it for literal pennies on the dollar.
Did you just make tea?
I just made tea because it's instant hot water.
Instant
so that
hot
could
water
be oatmeal, that could be hot chocolate. I was about to do a hot chocolate. I know we're running short on time, but it makes it so easy. You don't have to get out a manual. Literally one look at the manual, you'll know how to use this machine.
Well, stick around. Make me a hot chocolate for later.
Okay, I will.
Then the rest of the crew is going to get in line, right? Everybody's going to check in.
This one's mine.
And get the best
Cheers,
coffee of the
friends.
day. Cheers. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your DeLonghi. You're going to love it. I'll be back. We've got one more fabulous origami kitchen.